another dimension to his game. He's a really good passer as well. He made one no-look pass later on in the game for a layup. Has skills.
All right, Rob, time now for a little post-game Access 360. First one of the 2020-2021 season.
With the wall?
You want the wall yet?
No, okay.
It's preseason, man.
Just check it.
As soon as the season starts, we're going to be up there.
What are you breaking down for us?
We're going to just break down the new Kuzma. Kuz, get out of the way. That bus is not going to stop me. Huh?
Better put a body on.
Got to put a bottom every time. Box out.
Good breakdown, Rob. I want to talk Dennis Schroeder. James, this was a big one coming over from OKC in the trade. And obviously the loss of Rondo is big, but the Lakers did get younger. And, man, he's able to push that pace. And when you have a change of pace guy like him, you can see him get into the rack. He can score. He's going to add a lot to this basketball team.
Yeah, I think the only thing he's lacking that Rondo brought to the table is experience. You know, we saw Schroeder in Atlanta, not really matured yet, but over time, he really started to understand what his role could be in the NBA, Peter. He does it all. He can score. There's a three-pointer. We just saw a layup. We know he can distribute the basketball when necessary, hit those little floaters. He's going to be a major threat because not only can he play the point guard, but he can score from that position, and he also pretty impressive on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. The thing about him is he's so smart, he's so fast, and he can shoot threes better than Rondo. So we have that aspect of the game that we're going to love because he had one there where I think it was one of the bigs had him on, lulled him to sleep, and went around with the top 4-3. Rondo wasn't good at that.
The most intriguing thing for me looking ahead, how he plays with AD and Bron, how he plays off the ball because he's a guy who likes to have it in attack. He can take pressure off LeBron, but how does he react when he's off the ball? It's going to be awesome to see.
Yeah, I mean, when you play with LeBron James, you adapt to what happens. Right? So I don't think it's going to be a problem at all for him.
All right, THT went for 19 and... It's time for Brez's three-point play with Laker insider Mike Bresnahan. Was that a new intro right there, Brez?
I think it was. You know, Director Manny really putting something together for us. Looks really great. Appreciate it.
Well, when you're a champion, that's what happens, Brez. You were taking a look at the new guys tonight. What'd you think?
Yeah, we just saw a nice little highlight of one of them, Montrezl Harrell. Liked his game, very active. 10 rebounds alone in that first half. Almost had the double-double. And you know what? He was working on something different tonight. He took a lot of shots outside. 5 shots from mid-range. Made only 1, but I like how he's trying to expand his game. And, of course, we got to talk about Schroeder, too. I mean, I like how he made both his threes. That'll be very important. He's got to hit from outside. 6 turnovers, a little high in that department. That's kind of been an Achilles heel for him over the years. All in all, though, it looked like he picked up the offense pretty seamlessly.
Brez, when I think of young guys, I don't think of Kuz anymore. Right. I mean, Lonzo and B.I., they're all gone. I think of THT. What role might he play this season?
Yeah, THT, you guys have talked about him a lot. I mean, this is a guy that the Lakers paid Orlando a little over $2 million for in the draft last year. Got the rights to that 46th spot, and really impressed by his game. 2 words, not shy. Very happy to put that ball up and see what happened with it. They got what they wanted from him defensively, too. I know, Rob, you said earlier, stats don't tell the entire picture, but he had 3 steals. That's a big 7'1" wingspan that you guys are talking about. So far, so good for THT. And Kuz, can't forget him. He is still a young guy. Shot a lot, didn't make a lot, but he had 5 assists. He really has expanded his game since his rookie season.
Yeah, what I like is that he struggled early defensively, and as Frank Vogel pointed out, he improved as the game went on. When will we see LeBron and AD in the preseason, Brez? Do you think at all?
Great question. I mean, they have to get in there at some point. Got another preseason game on Sunday, also against the Clips. I'm going to guess they sit that one out without having any inside intel. And then next Wednesday and next Friday, they will play the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to guess they get into one of those games for about 1 half. You know, maybe like 14 minutes, something to that effect. Just kind of get a little bit of the blood flowing. They were not missed out there tonight. The Lakers beat the Clips, and the Clips played just about everyone on the roster. Maybe Marcus Morris, the only name that did not make it out there for them. But AD and LeBron, will they play Sunday? I would not bet on it, but certainly we'll see them at least in one of the 2 games next week. That's my little humble prediction.
Brez, great work. When you're back doing 3-point plays, that means it's time to play.
Let's go.
Good work, buddy. All right, appreciate it. Kyle Kuzma scored 12 of his 18 points in the 4th quarter. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Kuz, wondering how you would compare playing in this atmosphere here at the Staples compared to what it was like in the fall, also without fans.
Yeah, it's just a little different. I mean, it's a shooting deficit. You know, the bubble was more of a production stage, and this is an empty arena.
You and THT were taking turns initiating offense, it seemed like, in the fourth quarter. I just wonder what you saw from his development, Kyle, from last year, and how he's gotten better to this point, and how you think he can help this year.
He's going to be a great player. You know, he's extremely young, but you know he has a certain type of poise and maturity to his game, and he's just a sponge. He loves basketball. He's always in the gym, and he comes every day to practice, and he's ready to practice. And I expect big things in his future.
Hey Kyle, you're one of the few guys from
Can we turn it up?
Hey, can you hear me? Hey, Bruce?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to. Hey, Allison.
Yes.
Can we turn this up or no?
Yeah, they're supposed to do that.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah, just you're one of the few guys from last year's championship team, playing a lot of against this preseason. Do you feel like you're doing things on the court right now that are going to help you kind of grow and accomplish some of your goals that you want to get done this season?
We'll see. I mean, we didn't have that many bodies, and coaches just asked me to play extended minutes. I'm one of the more in shape guys on the team right now, and I elected to do so. So we'll see about the other part of your question.
Hey Kyle, what was your day like today? I mean, it's been 9 months since you had to make the drive here for a game. Curious if you thought about any of that as you walked into the arena, and just sort of what was your overall impression of being back?
It felt like life kind of got back to normal. Going back to just the daily schedule of a shoot around, going home, taking a nap, taking my dog for a walk before I left for arena, and prepare for the game. So it felt very normal, very normal.
All right, Kyle, I think we're all set there. Thank you.
Yeah.
So Kuz played 38 minutes. He had 18 points and 5 assists. What did you see from Kuz? Kind of got it going late.
Well, it's one of those games where I think he was just trying to, fill the new guys out. And then in the second half, he's like, you know what? I'm going to show you who I am. Because right now, Kuz is playing for a contract. Kuz is playing for a position because there are a lot of guys, new guys on this team that are hungry to get out there and show Coach V what they can do. And Kuz had a lot of his plays running from him. He had a lot of things running from him. So he had to step up his game and still let these young fellas know, this is my spot. You're trying to vie to get it, but you still need to come and play under me. So I think he did well. I think he's going to get better and better because he is playing for something more than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about it, James. When AD and LeBron are there and it's all hands on deck, he's not shooting the ball 18 times a game. He's not getting the volume, so he's got to find a way to impact the game and play a role. But when they're not there, gets more shots and he kind of becomes the guy a little bit.
And that was indicative, all season long, too, when LeBron or AD was out. He stepped up big. He's had the toughest adjustment to make of all the young players that started out here. Lonzo Ball, Ingram, Randall, those guys have gone on and gotten big contracts and moved on. So, he's the one that the Lakers wanted to keep because they believed in him. But you're right. AD comes in, LeBron comes in. That's a big adjustment and a challenge for him, but I think he's doing a great job of fitting into that mold. If he continues to grow like he's growing, and like Rob said, develop that intensity, that that ability to play with them and not defer, he could be really good. I think he might be on his way this year. But it's early, but we'll see.
I mean, you guys know what it's like to play with two superstars. You spent a lot of time defending Kuz last year. You're playing on a team that's a veteran team with one goal to win a championship last year. It's not about a young guy getting buckets.
Yeah. The thing that a lot of people, if you haven't played with two superstars, you don't understand. It's going to be nice when you get 15 shots. It's going to be some nights you get 2 shots. And you just got to understand that because it's all predicated on what the defense come and how they're going to play you. And I think Kuz gets a lot of criticism because, oh, he just scored 20 points. Oh, he's on his roll. Oh, he only scored 2. He's back to falling back.
Yeah.
And we got to understand there's going to be highs and there's going to be lows because you're playing with 2 of the best players in the game. And now that you added Montrezl and Schroeder, other guys that love the ball as much as he does also. So it's going to be some highs and lows. It's up to him to stay cool and understand that my nights are going to be up and down. It's like the stock market.
I like that analogy. All right, Montrezl Harrell went for 13 and 12 against his former team. He's now speaking with Mike in the media.
Hey, Montrezl, just wondered what this night was like for you, driving to the arena, going to a different locker room from what you're used to, getting on the court, seeing old teammates, playing with new teammates. How would you sum up the whole experience for you?
It was definitely a few emotions, I guess, but nothing significant really. I came here with the mindset that I had a job to do tonight. I'm here with my team, which is Los Angeles Lakers. I had a game plan I had to execute both offense and defense, and that's what my mind was focused on. As far as seeing my old teammates and just communicating with those guys, I did that after the game. For the most part, Lou and Pat I kind of spoke to before the game just because I've been playing with those guys probably like my whole career. But I mean, this is my job. This is where I'm at, and this is what I'm focused on. So this wasn't a come out, hey, how you guys doing, laughing up. No, I had a job and I had a mindset of what I came here to do.
And Montrezl, anything stand out about your new teammates that you played with tonight, whether it was Schroeder or Wesley Matthews, THT, Kuz? What have you thought of this mix of guys?
These guys are exactly who I thought they were, man. I've been in practice with them all week long as far as, seeing how these guys work individually. And then we was able to get after it as a group last Sunday, and we've been building it ever since, man. We hit the ground running, and, I think we got a very special group to do something special here, and we're just going to continue to keep growing one day, one step at a time.
Dan? Hey, Trez, Dan Wimpy. You're used to seeing this crowd, this building filled. You're a guy who plays off of that and feeds off of that. What was it like being here with, just a soundtrack?
I didn't pay any mind, just like we didn't pay any mind in the bubble. Like I said, we got a job to do, and our mindset isn't really focused on the arena or the circumstance that we have to play in. We're locked in on the goal that's at hand, and tonight was to come in here to get a win in our first preseason game, and that's what we did. We were shorthanded with guys, but we didn't make any excuses. We played with who we had, and I think every guy played the right way tonight. We left it all on the line. As far as the circumstances and conditions that we had to play in, it didn't bother us because we know that this is going to be a season of the unpredicted. It's never, we don't know what's going to go on in this season. We're going to have guys in at some point. We're going to have guys out at some point. Man, we're playing in a pandemic right now, so we just got to make do with what we got. And I think that's what we came in with, the mindset and the focus on what our job was tonight, and we executed our game plan.
Hey, Trez. I know you were talking about getting sort of the niceties of talking to Lou and Pat out of the way before the game. But during the game, what is it sort of like to experience Pat as a competitor and a guy who's rooting against you and cheering when you miss jumpers and stuff like that?
It doesn't faze me, man. He's the same Pat that he was doing that when I would shoot and be on the other team with Lou and miss jump shots or miss a layup or something like that, man. That doesn't faze me, man. It's just basketball, man. The guys are going to be, if it wasn't a pandemic right now and we was playing and it was a Clippers home game, the fans would be yelling at me. It wouldn't be no different, man. So I'm not worried about what Pat is doing on the sideline. Everything he's doing on the sideline is the reason that he's over there. He's not in the game doing any of that, man. So it's not anything different of who I knew or what I knew Pat brought to the table, but it doesn't faze me, man. I'm a basketball player. I'm a player just like these guys are out here, man. Like I said, I came in with a mindset of, what our team goal was, and, when I execute our game plan to the team, we got to win.
Dennis Schroeder scored 10 points in his Lakers preseason debut. Was 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Lakers beat the Clippers 87-81. More Access Sports and Lakers after the break.